Hey, what's going on YouTube? Today I'm here to show you my beginner setup for the Magicka Templar Magplar build for the Deadlands DLC patch. As a part of the beginner setup series, I'll be focusing on a starting rotation and gear that are easily accessible. For the sake of this theme, and to be as new player friendly as possible, I'll be avoiding mythics, arena weapons, trial or dungeon gear. Furthermore, the rotation for many classes will be simplified. This build is capable of pulling over 70k on the parse dummy and is viable for most starting content. The build specializes in normal group content such as trials, vet dungeons, and group arenas. This build works great in overland, but it is not designed for it. With that being said, here's the build. Starting off in the character sheet, we have 64 points into Magicka, and we have the Thief Mundus. As far as race is concerned, I am a High Elf. I believe High Elf is the best choice. Other alternatives include Dark Elf, Khajiit, and a notable mention goes to Bretons. So for consumables, for any hard content, you want to be running the Clockwork Citrus Fillet. A cheaper alternative would be the Witch Mother's Potent Brew. And if you need more sustain, or if you're parsing, then Ghastly Eyeball is the best choice. Moving on to potions. So for any hard content, you want to be making sure you run Essence of Spell Power. The buffs you get from this potion is just too beneficial not to run. Major Sorcery, Major Prophecy, and Major Intellect are all staples for Mag DPS. Because these potions do cost a bit, make sure you have 3 points in medicinal passive to make sure you get the duration of the buffs. So for the blue tree, for CP, we're going to be running Fighting Finesse, Master at Arms, Biting Aura, and Backstabber. Moving on to the red tree, Boundless Vitality, Rejuvenation, Siphoning Spells, and Sustained by Suffering. So with gear, we're going to be running 2 Daggers of Julianos. The main hand one is going to be Nirnhoned with a poison damage enchant, and offhand is going to be Charged with a flame damage enchant. Back bar is going to be an infused Julianos Inferno Staff with a weapon and spell damage enchant. We're going to be running 2 pieces of Hunning's Rage and Light with Max Mag, traded in Divines. 5 pieces of New Moon Acolyte, all Max Mag, traded in Divines. And for the jewelry, we're going to be running 3 pieces of Julianos, all of them with spell damage enchants, traded in Bloodthirsty. As a quick note, if you do run daggers or Inferno Staff for your main bar, it doesn't make a difference other than a few thousand DPS. So if you don't like daggers or can't run daggers, just swap to an Inferno Staff and it'll be pretty much the same thing. So for skills, we're going to be running Purifying Light, Puncturing Sweep, Barbed Trap, Radiant Oppression, Inner Light, and Flawless Dawnbreaker is going to be our ultimate. Moving on to the back bar, Solar Barrage, Unstable Wall of Fire, Blazing Spear, Channeled Focus, Inner Light, and Fiery Rage is our ultimate. So for the rotation, we're going to be starting off with a Solar Barrage, Unstable Wall of Fire, Blazing Spear, and then here you're going to cast either Channeled Focus or Barbed Trap. And then you're going to move down to the second portion, which is 1 cast of Puncturing Sweeps with Purifying Light, 4 Puncturing Sweeps after that, and another Purifying Light. And then when you hit 18%, just start casting your Radiant Oppression and only recast your Wall and Blazing Spear. So to make this rotation even easier, you could drop that 1 Puncturing Sweep right after Barbed Trap or Channeled Focus, and then just recast it like 1 second early. It's not going to be good for your DPS, but it might be a little bit easier. And if you want a really easy rotation, you can just drop Purifying Light and only cast Puncturing Sweeps, and then you can just do Solar Barrage, Unstable Wall, Blazing Spear, and then alternate between those 2 skills, Channeled Focus or Barbed Trap, and then just cast 6 Puncturing Sweeps after. And one more thing, just use your Fiery Rage ultimate whenever they're available in replacement of a Puncturing Sweep, and that should be it. So closing thoughts per usual. First off, I am a console player, therefore I am bad at weaving jabs. My highest parse was 73k, but I know that if I was way better at weaving jabs, the parse could have been way higher. Second off, I chose not to run like minor breach potions for Sustained by Suffering, just because that was just more information and I wanted to keep this as simple as possible. One more thing, I chose the ultimate Fiery Rage over Meteor from the Mages Guild, because getting Mages Guild can be kind of rough for not that big of a DPS increase. Another thing I think you can do is you can run Crescent Sweep, the Templar skill line, and I believe it might do more damage. I think it does more damage. Regardless, I chose Fiery Rage just because it was there, and why not? Also, just a quick progression tip from here. Once you have all your crafted gear, next thing you want to do is probably go for Mother's Sorrow, which is an overland set located in Deshawn. Once you get that, replace that for New Moon Acolyte on your body, because New Moon Acolyte hurts your sustain and is a good set, but the sustain that you lose from running it is just not the greatest. From there, you can probably go farm Kinra right now. I think that's probably the best choice. So you want daggers because you're in melee range most of the time, or preferably daggers paired with jewelry. And then you can work on either getting a harpooners with a 1-piece slime crawl or death dealers. I mean, the choice is yours, but that was just some guideline to further progress your character. That wraps up the build explanation of this portion. Thank you for watching my video as always, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to answer them in a timely fashion. As a reminder, if this video helped in any way, please help the channel grow by subscribing and liking the video. Feel free to stick around for an attached parse at the end. If not, have a great day and thank you again.